Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Good to have you folks along. 2 below zero under a cloudy sky this morning. Going to get a little warmer. Was talking over on KCNI this morning. 35 below wind chills. A day or two later, possibility of thunder showers and rain.
Oh, okay.
In Nebraska.
All right.
That's why we live here.
Yes.
Big story that I want to tackle a little later on in the show, so kind of controversial. And I know you don't like that, but
I'm not a big fan of controversy, but
well,
I guess it depends what the topic is.
Well, it's life, man.
Oh.
It's just about life.
Okay.
You got to deal with it.
Life can be controversial.
It can be, and well, I'll give you a little teaser, they call it in this business. Rihanna's Super Bowl performance.
Oh, okay. We're still talking about that?
Well, there's some new news on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch it, really.
Well, if you would have watched it, you would have started scratching yourself. But there's been some complaints to the FCC on the performance.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Not as many when Janet Jackson had her accident.
Oh, okay.
But they've had some complaints.
I see.
And we'll talk about that a little later.
Okay.
And I know you're looking forward to that.
Yeah, can't wait.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for listening this morning. We appreciate it, all you folks in our listening area. It's very important today. It's the first day of Lent, Friday. Mm-hmm. And there's going to be some fish fries going on. And I thought you'd like a little history on that particular event, which is taking place. Yeah. Friday Fish Fries. We have one, as a matter of fact, we want to promote right now up in Myrna tonight at the Myrna Community Building. I think they're going to start about 5:30. That's through the Knights of Columbus. Mm-hmm. And as we mentioned yesterday, you might want to get there pretty close to 5:30 and get yourself in line so you'll be sure and get some fish, because people love the fish that the Knights of Columbus fry up for you.
Yeah.
So, here's the history. Eating fish on Fridays during Lent has been a Christian tradition for centuries. But the fish fry day is a Midwestern thing. Started in Wisconsin and spread across North America. And that's where it started from. Of course, Wisconsin, they got a lot of fish. And they started it up, and it spread across the Midwest, all the way across the country. And, I think it's just a good thing because you get together with people and you have fish, and it's always good. And sometimes people don't think to eat fish. So this is a time to kind of enjoy fish and tartar sauce. Speaking of tartar sauce, I have some history on that as well.
Do you now?
Yes.
Okay.
Millions of Americans are, of course, taking part in Lent. Lots are eating fish. And what goes better with a slab of halibut than a side of tartar sauce? The French invented tartar sauce back in the 1800s. Most of the time it's made out of mayonnaise, chopped up with maybe some pickles, lemon juice, and sometimes dill. And tartar sauce is just a nice compliment to a little slab of fish.
Indeed it is.
So there's your little history, your facts that we bring to you here on the Breakfast Show. These are not fibs. I'm just going to say it. These are facts, not fibs, facts.
Okay.
I don't want to be put in a category with some of the other things that are going on in the media. I just want the facts, and I'll bring you the facts. And today it's fish and tartar sauce facts.
There you go.
Later on, we're going to talk about Rihanna, and we're going to get down to the facts on that. It's a scratchy situation, but we're going to get into it later on.
Can't wait.
It's also World Bartender Day.
Oh, okay.
I didn't realize this, but there's like 450,000 bartenders in the United States. There's been bartending going on since the 1400s. And out of the 450,000 bartenders in the United States, there's a lot of them named Caleb. Oh, no, there's a lot of Caleb bartenders. And they'll listen to your problems. And
really?
You can tell them about your...
Was there a study done that verified that, or what?
Well, you know what? It doesn't say.
Oh.
It just says not all of them are Caleb's.
Oh.
Doesn't really give any facts.
Do you have to have a license to be a bartender?
I don't know. I think there's different levels of bartenders. There's the ones who can twirl the bottles around and throw them up in the air.
Like Tom Cruise in Cocktail?
Yeah. And I don't know. You'd have to have some skills and abilities to do that. I don't know whether you go to class for that or bartenders just teach one another. I don't know. Or you just have the guy or the gal who, serves you and then is ready to hear about all your problems. They probably get a lot of requests for counseling. Maybe they should get a counselor's license instead of a bartender license.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. So those are some of the hard facts here on the Breakfast Show this morning. One that you're going to like is the starting of the Major League Baseball spring training.
Oh, yeah. It's here.
Cactus and grapefruit leagues in Florida and Arizona getting underway. And the Rangers and Royals kick off things with the first exhibition game, followed by the Mariners and Padres. And this year, this is a fact.
Okay.
No fib, just fact. Major League Baseball is making the ghost runner rule permanent. That puts an automatic runner on second base for the start of extra innings.
Yes.
So the games don't drag on so long.
Mm-hmm.
Now.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, it's baseball. It could last till 5 o'clock in the morning, but they should still not put a runner on second base. That's just not baseball, but they're going to do it. Just, I suppose, for ratings. I don't know. People need to go to work the next day.
When this was first implemented, I mean, I was against it. I'm like, I don't know if I like. I don't mind it in the regular season.
In the regular season, but not in the playoffs.
Postseason, I think you need to earn. I think you need to earn your way on base in the postseason.
So,
but I don't know. I honestly don't have a big problem with the runner on second base. I'm probably in the minority, maybe.
I don't know
on that. I don't know. But I don't. I did watch one game though. I mean, the idea is put them on second base so that, as you said, you maybe speed up the game, right? I watched an extra inning game that still went 14, 15 innings. Putting a man on second base.
Well, that could happen.
So
it just puts a whole different spin on the pitcher's situation, I think. And good Lord knows they use enough pitchers these days in baseball the way it is. Pretty soon you have, your utility player out there throwing when the game goes a long time.
What I like about it is it brings back the bunt.
Well, that
into the game.
Yes.
If you start with a guy on second base, how can your strategy not be, how can you not think, hey, let's bunt the guy over to third? So we have a guy on third with one out. And then there's the other thing. To me, it just brings in more strategy.
Well, it probably does.
Because if you have a guy on second base, well, I've seen a lot of teams walk the next guy, intentionally walk him to put him on first. Now you got to force
play.
Yeah. Now you set up the double. So that it brought more strategy into it for me.
Yeah.
Which I didn't mind.
I got that, but if you are playing the game and you bunt the guy to first, or you have a guy on first and you have no outs, you bunt him so he gets to second and you have the same deal, but you've earned it.
Yeah, but I can't.
But
the whole thing about earning it, I can't. I've got no come back for that.
But we have both leagues
So.
not required to have the pitcher bat,
And I don't like that.
and I wish they both had
Never.
a bat.
I agree.
And then they'd
I've
be
never
more
liked-
bunting.
I've never liked the DH.
They'd be more bunting.
Oh,
Well,
double switch.
yeah,
See, you'd see the double switch in the National League all the time.
right.
Now you never see it.
Don't see
Don't
it.
have to see it.
But on the other hand, there's a lot of great players that we get to see longer because of the designated hitter position, because they maybe don't have the wheels they once had and can't field as well as they used to, but they can still get up and cause a lot of excitement at the plate. But they're athletes. I mean, they can play first base
Yeah.
if they need to. Anyway, that's
Anyway, yes.
first day. Here we go.
As you can tell,
Baseball.
Dave and Brent love the game of baseball.
We do. We
Yes.
do. Let's roll here. I believe we've got some guests coming in here this morning early, so don't want to get too deep into our subject matter, our facts this morning. But we will, of course, touch upon some other things later on in the show.
Where would you like to go next?
Well, let's see here. What do you want to do? You want to do the school lunch menu?
Well, we can quick, sure.
This show is not rehearsed, folks.
No way.
It's impromptu all the way.
But today it is factual, apparently.
Oh, it's always factual.
Oh, okay, always factual. Okay, let's see. School lunch menus. It's Friday, right? February 24th.
That's correct.
Loop City today, walking tacos or chicken queso blanco on flatbread at Loop City today.
Today at Cozad, on this 24th day, they're having cheese pizza, cheesy barbecued beef sandwiches, Italian subs, and fresh market produce, milk, hard-boiled eggs, peanut butter jelly sandwiches, all at Cozad today.
Sergeant, tuna noodle casserole or chicken Alfredo with green beans, fruit cup, breadstick, milk, and salad bar at Sergeant.
Sandhill School at Dunning today, pizza soup, and breadsticks.
Ansley, hamburgers today at Ansley.
And today at Anselmo Myrna, pepperoni pizza, fresh chicken burrito supreme, vegetables, fruit, and milk.
Litchfield today, pigs in a blanket at Litchfield Public School.
And at the Prairie Pioneer Center today, they're offering ham and beans, fruit, crackers, and cornbread. Call them at 872-6121 to let them know you'd like to have a meal at the Prairie Pioneer Center. Call them by 9 o'clock, if you would, please.
And the last school lunch menu I have is Thetford Fish and Chips on the menu at Thetford today.
All right, we're going to play the game and give away a prize. And we're celebrating Black History Month, I believe.
Yep, our last question surrounding that topic. Which of these influential authors became the first African American to win the Nobel Prize for Literature? I would not have known this. Here are your choices, though. Jesmond Ward, Ida B. Wells, Harriet Tubman, or Toni Morrison. Which of these influential authors became the first African American to win the Nobel Prize for Literature? Jesmond Ward, Ida B. Wells, Harriet Tubman, or Toni Morrison? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
Even if you have given up on your other New Year's resolutions, there is still time to fulfill your resolution to bank smarter. Leave your regular checking account behind in the new year and upgrade to Premier Checking with Bruning Bank. With Premier Checking, you earn interest on your account for completing simple actions you do already. Already have an account with us? Transitioning takes less than a minute. Wanting to set up a new account? Stop by and complete our quick and simple sign-up process. Check out details and rates at bruningbank.com. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
The list of songs about love is a long one. At KCNI KBBN, we love shopping local. Make sure you're listening to The Breakfast Show. Every single day, a new $25 gift card will be given away.
All right, we didn't get a call, so we'll answer that question. We'll tell you also today we're going to be giving away a tumbleweed gift certificate before we close the show, so listen carefully.
The first African American to win the Nobel Prize for Literature was Toni Morrison. Is the answer.
All right. Thank you, Brent. So, well, we have a moment here. Enjoyed the call last night. Enjoyed watching the game, the basketball game that you guys covered last night as we whittle things down going into this weekend. And enjoyed you guys' coverage. Thanks to all the sponsors who made it possible for the games to be broadcast last night, and of course the video streaming. Appreciate that very much. A couple of real fine teams there.
Yes, enjoyed it very much. Congratulations to SEM and to Ansley Litchfield, 2 area teams that won their sub-district finals last night, so they will move on to a district final where, as we know, if you win that, you go to the state tournament. So congratulations to them. A couple of area teams kind of on the bubble right now for a possible wild card, so we'll kind of watch that. Looks like there's a couple of D2 sub-district finals that got postponed and will be made up today. And you've got Ainsworth and Boyd County, I think, in D1 that have yet to play. So they'll play today. Mm-hmm. And then the NSAA said that either tonight or tomorrow morning they'll release the boys district final pairings. And they will be played either Monday or Tuesday.
All right.
So we'll see how it all shakes out.
Well, it's that time of year. It's going to be fun, no doubt about that.
I love the morning show.
Wake up with us. We sound way better than this. KCNI KBBN Radio.
Well, I tried to make it Sunday, but I got so damn depressed that I set my sights on Monday and I got myself undressed. I ain't ready for the altar, but I do agree there's times when a woman sure can be a friend of mine. Well, I keep on thinking about you, Sister Golden Hair Surprise, and I just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? I've been one poor correspondent, and I've been too hard to find, but it doesn't mean you ain't been on my mind. Will you meet me in the middle? Will you meet me in the air? Will you love me just a little, just enough to show you care? Well, I tried to fake it, I don't mind saying I just can't make it. Doesn't mean you ain't been on the mind. Will you meet me in the middle? Will you meet me in the air? Will you love me just a little, just enough to show you care? Well, I try to fake it, I don't mind saying I just can't make it.
America, Sister Golden Hair on Casey and I, KBBN Radio on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Well, we told you we had guests coming in the first portion of the show, and here they are from Nebraska State Bank and Trust. We have Kyle Stringham with us and Ira Spondel. How you guys doing?
Doing well.
Good. It's good to have you in. We were talking off the air. Let's start there. Busy time of year, and it sounds like you've been busy all last year going into this year, Ira. What's the deal?
Well, it's our renewal season right now. Guys are coming in for their annual renewals. This time of year, we're talking about plans for the year, which a lot of that's done in December, tax planning, whether it's inputs, machinery, whatever else guys are needing to get through the year. So it's in the headlines now, as everybody knows. Interest rates are going up. The Fed is working to try to tame inflation, and that has a direct reflection on everything that we have to do. So it's been an interesting year.
Yeah, I bet it has. And it's kind of funny, too, when you talk about the interest rates, because we enjoyed those low rates, no doubt about it. But there's also benefits to having the rates up a little bit if you can put some money away, right?
That's exactly right. We have a CD special going on right now. Come in, talk to our CSRs. They can help you out with that. And then also on that side, too, it gives us some opportunities to give some specials out there on the loan side, because right now we're working on a machinery loan rate. For qualified borrowers, you can get 649 for up to 5 years with annual payments. That rate will be fixed, so that'll help tame some of that, if interest rates keep going up. So that's a special we are running too.
All right. And you're ready to change with the flow if the interest rates stop and inflation is under control, then you'll adjust, I imagine.
That's exactly right. We want to do our best, because when our customers succeed, we succeed. So that is exactly what we focus on as our customers.
All right. Kyle, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing well.
Good. I must say, you're very impressive in the trivia game here a few weeks ago.
Well, there's a lot rolling around in this noggin up here. Don't ever want to get lost up there.
No, that was fun, wasn't it?
It was a good time. The Optimist put that on. It was a lot of participation and good time for making some money for that organization.
Very good, yeah. So what's on your list today?
Well, most people think when I show up here it's just going to be doom and gloom, and so I'm going to get to that, though, I promise. I'm going to start off with just a little bit. We had a great area involvement with state wrestling, and we had some fun stories come back to us. This last year we made it available for people to get mascot debit cards, and also for you to load your debit card into your Google wallet or your Apple wallet. And I heard lots of stories about people walking around, holding their younger child's hand in the CHI Center so they didn't get lost, and reaching up with their Apple Watch and just paying for their concessions and stuff right there with their Apple Watch. Going to the restaurants, and a group of people throw their debit cards down to pay, and they're all, Broken Bow Indians or Coyote debit cards getting laid out on the table, and the way the waitress walks up and looks and sees that, and it's just kind of a good representation for how we all flock to support our athletes, and it's a fun way to show that.
It is a fun way to show it, and Brent probably has some thoughts there, because I don't think you can even use cash there, can you?
No, not at the CHI Health Center. No, for concessions or T-shirts or anything you want. I think it's pretty much paperless. Yeah.
Who would have thought, right?
That's and the protection side's great, because when you're putting that out there, you're not giving somebody your card number. You're just giving them what they call a token, and it's a one-time transaction, and they never get your information from it. Just Visa knows to convert that token. And so when it's cold out, not like it's been the last couple days, and you need to put gas in your car and you don't want to take your gloves off, you hold your phone up there, it goes. You don't have to try to dig through your wallet and do all that stuff. So there's some convenience factors behind it too that have worked out really well.
Yeah. It's also sometimes when you have a card that's a little old and you swipe it and it keeps telling you to keep swiping, and then it says go see the attendant.
Right.
That's a little frustrating too. So there are some conveniences that come along with this, and with that, all the safety precautions are in place, and that's what you do, right?
Oh yeah, yep. So I got some fun stories about some fraud and some scams going on. I just want to make people out there aware of. I know there's some people who really like to still use checks. I won't mention any names in this room. But we're seeing a lot of check fraud come through, and it's really easy to either wash a check, take off the amounts and change them, or to go out there and just make new checks for people. I mean, you can hop on Walmart.com and buy starter checks and put account information on there and send them out there. You can also, if somebody receives a check in the mail, and you could steal their mail and wash it and change the amounts and stuff like that. So we're seeing a lot of check fraud right now. So keep that in mind. If you receive a check, it looks funny, come ask us before you just think you're making it rich. And that also goes into some of the lottery scams we see. If you receive a check in the mail and you didn't enter a contest, you probably really didn't win the contest. So don't think it's your lucky day. I always come and I ask your bank. All of us go through a lot of training on spotting these things, and don't get upset when we tell you, no, that's fraudulent. Just tell us to shred it for you. We'll take care of it so it doesn't go to the next person.
I don't call. I have to admit, I didn't realize that you can go get starter checks anywhere like that. I didn't know that.
Yep, and that's the thing about checks is when you hand it to somebody, you're giving them your account number. And so if you pay somebody in a check, or if you've dropped your checkbook and they want to change it a little bit, they can order checks with your account number and put their name on it. So
wow.
It's not a very secure system for way of doing things. It was brought about for convenience and moving things around at the time, but as we were talking before we got on the air, things are always changing. So be ready to change with it, or kind of make sure you're doing your due diligence to not get caught up in some of those scams.
So in other words, Kyle, you're still not in favor of counter checks at all.
I don't think they're coming back, Dave.
No more pool games for me.
A couple other things I wanted to mention. It's tax season. We've had a month now to start getting our stuff in. Most of us haven't. Let's just be honest.
Yep.
But one of the main benefits to getting your taxes done early is that somebody else can't claim to be you and file taxes on your behalf. And the longer you wait to turn yours in, if somebody has done that, the longer it takes to get that figured out. So just be aware that with the, as I said, checks are going bad, but also when you're doing things online, the e-filing, things of that nature, that opens up more venues for criminals to try to take advantage of things like that as well. And, all sorts of places I can go buy your social security number and information like that online. So just make sure you're trying to get those done and talk with your tax professional about getting those done on time. And then also, if you're getting contacted by the IRS, no, they don't take payments in Bitcoin or gift cards. And hang up on them and hop on irs.gov and call the 800 number back. Don't talk to them if they call you. Go ahead and call them back. And that's the same for any business or your bank. If you get a phone call from them, hang up and call them back. They'll be glad to take it. Don't call them back with the same number they called you with on your phone. Mm-hmm. Just look up the number for the organization and call them back, and they'll talk to you.
All good advice.
Yep. And that's the other thing too.
Okay.
If there is, or if you have questions, call us. We want you to call us at the bank so we can help you through this. We would much rather discover it and stop it than try to fix it. That's huge.
Yeah, it makes sense, because boy, things can, with digital means, they can change in a hurry, can't they?
Oh yeah, they're moving fast. They're working towards real-time payments for everything, which is going to change the landscape, because right now it looks like real-time payment because it looks like you got the payment from somebody over your Zelle or your Venmo or something like that, but there is a little bit of time on the back to correct things of that nature. But the quicker we can get on board and helping you out, the better. And never be embarrassed to call and say, oh, I just had this happen, because we have a fraud department for that reason, and that's what they do. They talk to people and try to help them out and make sure that they're not losing what they've worked hard to earn. So,
well, there's people out there that's all they want to do is take your money illegally.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense to not be embarrassed. Let's get it, like you say, Ira, get on this before it gets out of hand. So you guys always are doing something good for the communities. Anything on your minds that way? Any project? I know you have your Fridays where you raise money and do different things, and you have the cards with the sports logos on them and all of the things we've talked about. Anything new coming up?
Well, we're still working on the in-school banking stuff, working with kids on learning to save their money, and we've started talks with some other communities around to expand that project. The mascot cards, that goes towards $10 towards your school that you buy a mascot card for. So Nebraska State Bank doesn't keep any of that money. It all goes to the school. We've got people on all sorts of committees right now working on different projects that are in different levels, so I won't go into any of those details, but we try to make sure that we're representing each of our communities and being out there. Right now, I think there'll be an event or two coming up in the springtime. We've been kind of waiting for that weather to change, so we can keep people from getting cooped up. So we'll bring some more details hopefully next month on some of those things as we come out with those. But yeah, we love being involved in all of our communities and making sure that our customers and people in the Custer County region are benefiting from things. So did you have anything you guys had coming up?
Not really. Well, I mean, it's hard to think of right now when it's 0 degrees out, but here pretty soon we're going to be fairs, we're going to be town celebrations. I mean, it's coming around.
Yep.
I mean, we'll do everything we can to be there and support our customers, the communities, and I mean, just from on-air broadcast, help support, to highlight our local athletes, to I mean, we want to be out there. We want to be on the forefront of this and making sure everybody knows we support our community. We're here in town. We want to make sure that this town thrives. And like Kyle said, we've got so many people that are on, whether chamber or different committees or just anything we can to keep this area, town, county moving forward. We want to be part of it.
And you have your branch offices in Myrna and Callaway, and then the branch that you can drive through here and do a little business on Saturday, by the way, which is unusual these days in the banking business. So we appreciate that.
Yeah, and I know I happened to walk by Tammy Shaw's office yesterday, and she handles a lot of our donation things. So one thing we do, if you ask for a donation from us, one of our questions is, how does this event help the community? And we just want you to be aware of, I'm putting on this event, and yeah, it's for me and my group, but how does it benefit other people in the community? And we just want to make sure everybody's asking that question when they do an event, when they hold something that, how's it going to affect other people? Is it going to bring in traffic to the community, or are you going to get somebody else aware of some of the things we're doing? Because there's a lot of organizations out there doing a lot of good things. And when you hear of one that you hadn't heard much from, and you're like, oh, how do we get that word out there that this is going on so we can help them out a little bit?
Yeah, we understand that here, because you want to make sure, if you guys are helping one another out, that it's going to go beyond that particular group to help other people. I think we all get that. So thanks for doing that. And also thanks for your support on our broadcasts that we do. Your banks are always on our sports broadcasts and all those things that we do out there. We appreciate it.
No, it's fun to listen to the crew go around and hit all the games, and it's I don't know, I get excited every time I hear Brent say our bank name, and it's a good way to show support. But I mean, we're here for the people in the community, so whatever way we can help support, I mean, let us know if you guys have something going up, or if anybody with their organizations out there have anything going on. We like to try to help out and help spread the word.
Well, it's a pretty big job to sort through all that, because typically banks are asked as much as any place to help with different activities and donations and soup suppers, and the list goes on and on. So we appreciate that. Before we close, Ira, you mentioned it won't be long we'll be talking about festivals and fairs, and what about any rodeo things going on? Any roping on your mind?
Oh, there's a little bit of that going on, and we have a roping here in town Saturday that UNL Rodeo Club's coming out, and they're going to provide. It's more of a fundraiser for them. I went to school down there and rodeoed through there, so like to help an alumni of that deal. So we're just putting on a breakaway and team roping jackpot out there for them guys, kind of as a moneymaker. But yeah, it's not going to be very long, and it's going to be all out running as hard as we can. So.
We'll be going. February's almost gone, and it's been a long winter. We all know we could have quite a bit more all the way into who knows these days with the weather the way it is. But I think everybody's ready to, as you said, Kyle, get out and have some fun. So we'll look forward to you guys' updates as to what you'll be getting involved in out there. And thanks a lot for coming in today. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
You bet.
Thank you.
Nebraska State Bank, our guest here this morning. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Bells tolled in Kyiv a year to the day Russia invaded Ukraine. The BBC's James Waterhouse is in the capital.
What we have seen is a resolve few predicted or expected. Ukraine has defended itself. It is still fighting for its very survival, and it is desperate to try and seize the initiative in the coming months.
Unusual weather is moving in Southern California. Meteorologist Craig Allen with our affiliate WCBS.
There are blizzard warnings in effect for the Sierra Nevada, but there are also blizzard warnings in effect for Ventura County Mountains and the Los Angeles County Mountains.
Alex Murdaugh is expected to face tough cross-examination at court in South Carolina a day after he took the stand and tearfully denied killing his wife and son. CBS's Nikki Batiste spoke with spectators in Walterboro.
One man said it was an Academy Award-winning performance. Another young woman said she thought it was a Hail Mary effort.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
In Nebraska news, a legislative committee, after a few testy exchanges, advanced controversial bills Wednesday evening to make abortion less accessible and ban minors from obtaining gender-altering procedures. The votes were both 4-2, with one Senator, Lynn Waltz of Fremont, absent for the executive session. Senator Ben Hansen of Blair, who chairs the legislature's Health and Human Service Committee, said he was not surprised by the divided vote, giving the strong feelings on both sides of the two issues. The abortion bill, Legislative Bill 626, the Nebraska Heartbeat Act, would effectively ban the procedure after 6 weeks if a doctor can detect a heartbeat. It has at least 31 supporters, too short of the 33 needed to head off a filibuster and get the measure passed. After the voting, Senator Kavanaugh of Omaha pledged to burn the session through protracted debate because of the advancement of the Let Them Grow Act, which would block any gender alteration procedures prior to a person's 19th birthday. Kavanaugh said it was an attack on children, the very, very vulnerable children, citing high rates of suicide among transgender teens. Omaha Senator Kathleen Koth, who introduced LB 574s, said Kavanaugh is entitled to her opinion, but said her intent is to prevent minors experiencing gender dysphoria or unease from the irreversible life decisions that are experimental. That's Nebraska News.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In the NBA, the second half of the season now underway. The Celtics beat the Pacers on the road 142-138 in overtime. Boston now a league best 43-17. Jason Tatum 31 points. Nuggets over the Cavaliers in Cleveland 115-109. Denver's Nikola Jokic another triple-double, 24 points, 18 rebounds, 13 assists. Denver best in the West at 42-18. 76ers beat the Grizzlies 110-105. It was the Mavericks over the Spurs 142-116, and the Lakers beat the Warriors 124-111. Top 25 college basketball, Illinois with the upset of the night, beating number 21 Northwestern 66-62. Fourth-ranked UCLA won at Utah 78-71. 12th-ranked Gonzaga took down San Diego 97-72. And number 15 St. Mary's rolled over Pacific 83-52. In the NHL, another win for the Bruins, who beat the Kraken on the road 6-5. Devils get by the Kings 4-3 in overtime. Oilers all over the Penguins 7-2.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, a wind chill advisory in effect early on. We'll see some partial sunshine developing with highs into the upper teens. Wind chills in the teens below 0 to start the day. Then for tonight, mostly clear, a low of 7. For your Saturday, ample sunshine, warming up to a high of 44 degrees. And for Sunday, a slight chance for an afternoon shower developing in the upper 40s. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
It's true, many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than preparing for retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, I agree, and I'd like to help. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Tim McCaslin.
And I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Janet Lawhorn.
Together, we can give your long-term retirement strategy the attention it deserves. Stop by our office on the north side of the square in Broken Bow or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
10 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock, still 2 below zero under a cloudy sky. Winds northeast, wind chill about 10 below right now. Barometric pressure is at 30.44 and rising, humidity at 82%. Our high yesterday was 5 degrees, and that was at 5 o'clock. Then dropped down to that overnight low of 2 below and been holding there all morning long. I guess about 6:30 it popped up to 1 below just for a little bit. But it's cold out there, as you know. Wind chill 10 below, but that's getting better than it was yesterday, so we're on the way to improvement. Sunrise today at 7:22, sunset at 6:22, and we picked up 1/100ths of an inch precipitation from a light covering of snow last night, so that puts us at 28/100ths for the month. Tierney is here from Mid-Plains Community College. Good morning, young lady.
Hello.
How are you?
Cold.
I noticed that when Dave mentioned the temperature 2 below, you shivered.
Just a little bit, it just gets a little cringy.
You might be one of those people, I'm just guessing, that, well, I'll just use, because I always don't want to offend anybody when I say things, but at my house for years, I was what we called the cold-blooded one, and my wife was the warm-blooded, and we struggled a little bit because she was real comfortable with 68 degrees or 66 or whatever, and I was wanting it to be more like 70 something. Yeah. We're kind of evolving, but you seem like the person who might be a little bit on the cold-blooded side.
Yep, and my husband is the warm-blooded. Our bedroom, I think, is like 62 degrees because he likes it cold. I'm like, I have a heating pad and a heating blanket shivering on the other side. No, I'm very cold-blooded, which, people always say, well, I'm from Wisconsin. Mm-hmm. Shouldn't you be used to it? No, that doesn't mean I'm used to it. That just means I hate it more.
Well, for folks who aren't watching and haven't met you, you're a tall, slender build.
Thank
you.
You
don't have a lot of insulation, as they say,
I don't.
Right?
Yeah. No insulation, unfortunately.
Well, spring is coming. We believe spring will happen.
Maybe.
So we've been talking about it all morning long, so I think we want it to be here.
It pokes its head out every once in a while, but I'm like, just don't tease us. I was just telling her out there, I'm like, just be cold for longer, okay, but don't give us these 50-degree days and then go back down. Yeah. That's just rude.
It is rude. It's kind of hard on us, too.
Yeah.
So spring is on the way, and we always have to remember that at Mid-Plains, classes are planned a long ways ahead for the different seasons. Mm-hmm. And I don't know where you're at. If you're starting to plan for the next one, maybe you can update us there. And then, of course, your specialty is the classes that are offered for all different sorts of things. So just jump right in.
Well, yes, so our spring semester's still going. And I set myself up for, I don't know when our semester ends.
That's all right.
I think May.
All right.
But so if you're looking for summer classes, those are up and kind of getting made. And
okay, they can look at them now.
They should be somewhat up to date. So if you are wondering, our CNA class is a popular one in the summer, or Med-Aid, those should be more concrete as we get closer. As for, the BCE side, the community ed, we have kind of a wide range of classes coming up in March. I'm going to try and at least name them all just so I can get the name out there. Well, first we have our second session or second class in that series of photography. So we had the Get to Know You, which was successful. We had 3 or 4 people, but the conversation, I think they learned quite a lot from that. And so the second in that series is the macro photography, so taking pictures up close. And even if you didn't take the Get to Know You camera, he does still go over, settings, to take those types of pictures. It's not like he's just, here you go. So if you even are somewhat familiar with your camera, he'll then help you get into the correct settings to take those types of pictures. And then we have a tool school. I think Casey mentioned that.
She did, yes.
With power tools and kind of learning how they work and safety with them. That'll be a 3-day, 3 Tuesdays in a row class. But that's just $25 if your kids are around it, or if you're even around it and you need kind of just a refresher on safety, or even curious kind of how the machine works itself inside. I think he's going to go over a little bit of all of that. Then we have a fitness and running. This one we tried to do a little bit earlier, and just interest and things didn't work out, so we're going to try it again. With Pearson Physical Therapy is going to come out and kind of go over how to run with spring coming, and hopefully good weather. We might be able to get back out there and exercise maybe. So they'll go over kind of how to properly stretch and avoid injury, and if you do have an injury, how to prevent further injuries, and all that. So that'll be the 14th of March. And then one more. We have a basic household electrical wiring. So for those DIYers, if you are, putting up light fixtures, changing outlets, anything like that, this would be a good class to take if you're, trying to renovate stuff yourself. He'll go over kind of basic electrical systems in homes, how to properly change things out, what you need to absolutely do, turn the breaker off before you mess with anything, anything like that. So
I would think there was probably a very broad distinction between doing it yourself. Anything I would imagine that you have to have a certified electrician for will not be covered. This would be for anything on the other side of that, right?
Yep. Anything that's, that you don't really want to call / pay for electrician to come in. That's kind of what he's going to go. So we can safely, outlet switch, even just basic putting up a fan instead of a light. There's little wiring differences in those, and anything like that. So anything that's small enough that you're like, I don't really want to pay.
I wonder if you could include in that
much.
Putting the fan up, Tierney, if you could include how to avoid divorce, putting up the fan together.
Maybe we'll sneak that in. Avoid arguments. You haven't learned, just say, yes, dear.
Those are a little tricky to put together if you have to put the whole thing together. But when it's all said and done, you go, well, I guess they did know what they were doing with the instructions.
Yeah, you'd pick them up off the floors.
Yeah, but you're right. The wiring can match, but look a little differently. So I'm sure there's some tips there that could really help.
Yeah, and just, safety in general. You don't want to do it yourself and then something bad happen. So the safer you can be, even if you kind of know what you're doing or think you know what you're doing, it might be helpful just to come get a refresher on, what goes where. I mean, I would not know anything about that.
I'm thinking if you put in a light switch on the wall and you have to reverse the motion to turn the light on, you might have it in backwards, right? So
maybe if you flip it up and it turns off.
Yeah, that might be an indication you want to take this class. But,
maybe,
yeah.
And unless some people prefer.
They do
that way, I guess. Yeah. But no, it'll be a good class. That one's a couple classes off the top of my head. I don't know how many, maybe 4 Thursdays. So it's just $35 for all 4. I'm not exactly sure his structure, if it's different things each day or what it will be, but it's, good knowledge to have. All of this is kind of good. It's a wide range of things. And then at the end of March, we'll have our residential real estate class again, which was really popular if you're even thinking about selling or buying a house. I heard lots of good things when I, sneak it here at what the class is talking about. So
I'll drop by and listen to what they're talking about. And it is an ever-changing thing. We were just talking with the guys from Nebraska State Bank about insurance rates and, interest rates and so forth. So good time for that class too.
So March is kind of packed with some random a little bit of everything for everybody type classes. So I know I went through a lot and quickly, so if you need to know anything more on them, just our Facebook page will be up to date. Feel free to call. We can give you any details, or swing by and we can give you one of our little flyers too.
Okay.
And they should be, most of these classes should be on that postcard we sent out. I don't know if, there's limited space even on that, so I don't think all of them got on there, but
most of them are, and that's very, look around that card if it came in the mail. It's very easy to find. It's big and shiny. And,
yeah, we try to make it odd size so it doesn't get in the trash too easy.
Yeah, good idea. Good idea. All right, thanks so much. Anything else that you wanted to cover that we didn't touch on here this morning?
No, I think that's it.
Okay.
That's all I got for you.
All right, well, that was plenty. That's good. Appreciate it, and appreciate you coming in. Let me check the temperature here for you. Do you want to know?
No,
okay,
I'm
I won't
okay. I'll just put my head down and run.
When it's cold, it's cold. You don't really need to be told what the temperature is all the time, do you?
Below 10, it's all the same.
Yeah, that's what we was talking yesterday. I think you're right. Well, thanks a lot for coming in. Appreciate it. Mid-Plains Community College, our guest this morning, Tierney. Thanks a lot. We'll take a time out with these words.
Attention business owners. Stop throwing your hard-earned money away on rent. Imagine owning your own building and saving thousands every year. Sound impossible? Not if you use General Steel. General Steel can help you save thousands by owning your own custom-designed building. Just call 888-98-STEEL or visit buygeneralsteel.com to see how much money you can save with General Steel. Our buildings come with a 50-year warranty, and thousands of companies, from Fortune 500 corporations to startups, have trusted the General with their building needs.
If you need to expand or start a new business, you really need General Steel.
I'm very impressed with General Steel. Everyone's been extremely helpful. I'd recommend General Steel to anyone looking to build a steel building.
Stop wasting money on rent. Call 888-98-STEEL or visit buygeneralsteel.com to find out what General Steel can do for your home or business. That's 888-98-STEEL. Our team will answer your questions and offer you a customized quote. Just call 888-987-8335 now or buygeneralsteel.com.
Doctor, my eyes have seen the years and the slow parade of fears without crying. Now I want to understand. I have done all that I could to see the evil and the good without hiding. You must help me if you can. Doctor, my eyes, tell me what is wrong. Was I unwise to leave them open for so long? 'Cause I have wandered through this world, and as each moment has unfurled, I've been waiting to awaken from these dreams. People go just where they will. I never noticed them until I got this feeling that it's later than it seems. Doctor, my eyes, tell me what you see. I hear their cries. Just say if it's too late for me. Doctor, my eyes, they cannot see the sky. Is this the price for having learned how not to cry?
Varney Health Mart in Broken Bow stocks a wide variety of vitamins and supplements, including 1,000 milligram and 1,200 milligram 100 count fish oils at $9.99. Mega Omega 3 soft gels in a 60 count are $9.99, as well as 1,000 milligram flaxseed oil. 500 milligram niacin is $8.99. Get the vitamins and supplements you need at Varney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Is winter weather and the fear of falling keeping you indoors for the season? Don't fall. Give Pearson's a call. Poor balance and falls can diminish your ability to lead an active and independent life, but you don't have to accept them as a consequence of aging. Pearson Physical Therapy has been helping their patients stay on their feet and take back their independence through individualized balance training programs. Reduce your chance for falls and regain your confidence this winter by calling 308-872-5800 for a free fall risk assessment with one of our therapists. That's Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 in Broken Bow.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN Radio.
All right, really enjoyed our guests this morning from Nebraska State Bank and Mid-Plains Community College. That's the only guest we have coming in this morning on a Friday, so we have time to cover some other items of interest, which we will do. One of those, of course, would be Rihanna, who performed at the Super Bowl.
I still can't believe we're still talking about this.
Well, it was.
I mean, the Super Bowl was what, at least 2 weeks ago? What, 2 weeks? I don't know. 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
I don't know either.
Okay.
I just know that
the 5th of February, right? Was the
Super
Bowl?
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, I just think a dermatologist could help Rihanna out quite a bit, but we'll get into that a little later.
Okay.
We have some birthdays. We did not receive, or I hadn't yet when we started the breakfast show, any of our friends out there on social media about birthdays, but we're sure there's birthdays out there today. So if you're celebrating a birthday, you are celebrating with George Thorogood.
All right. How old is George?
73.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And his band, The Destroyers, known for their boogie blues sound and big 80s hits. One of those, of course, one bourbon, one scotch, and one beer was big for him, and several others. And honestly, you had to like the boogie beat that we're talking about to like George Thorogood, because that sound is what he based everything off of, kind of a advanced Bo Diddley sound.
Yeah.
And
can we play Bad to the Bone?
We can. We'll do that.
I would love that.
Yeah, that's a good one. So he's 73 today. Let me turn the page here. Floyd Mayweather is celebrating birthday today.
Money Mayweather.
Yeah.
Is he now he's done boxing competitively, right? I mean, he'll still box for money.
A sideshow.
I'm assuming, a sideshow maybe would be a good term for it. But I mean, as far as real competitive in the WBC or WBA or whatever division it is now.
There's many.
There's many.
Yeah.
He's done with that pretty much, isn't he?
I think so, although there's always that. I mean, he's 46 today.
Yeah.
And so if he was going to make some sort of a big payday again, which he doesn't really need, but boxers have a hard time quitting the sport. But he's pretty savvy.
He never lost.
Did not. He's five-time division world champion boxer, won 15 world titles, and defeated Manny Pacquiao in the fight of the century in 2015, and retired undefeated in 2017 with a record of 50-0.
Wow.
Now, if you're a boxing fan, which I happen to be, he was a defensive wizard. He really had his defensive skills honed, and that's really what kept him undefeated. He had spurs of offense, and he had some power, and both hands were very, very fast. But he was one of those boxers who avoided contact at not all costs, but he didn't like duking it out, and especially on the Manny fight. That should have been held, and I think you've said this before, if that would have been held 3 to 5 years earlier, it would have been a whole different fight. and he would not pull the trigger on that fight, I don't think, until he knew age was on his side. And that's a little disappointing. Plus, he's one of those guys you either like him or you don't like him at all because of his Money Mayweather. But
persona.
Yeah, but very skilled, no doubt about it. And his family, even though they didn't get along very well, when it come down to it, would stick together and have a plan, a good boxing plan, and follow it, and it worked 50 times. So, yeah, pretty successful. But he is 46 today. Rupert Holmes.
If you like pina coladas,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
He had 76 today, and he had some other songs that
He did?
you might remember.
Oh, I don't remember any of those. I do remember the Pina Colada song, though.
Well, he actually did well in Broadway musicals.
Oh.
Mystery of Edwin Drood and Say Goodbye, Night Gracie. And then he also had a 1979 hit song called Escape, which was known as the Pina Colada song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he is 76 today. If you're celebrating a birthday, happy birthday to you. We have one here that was just brought in. We'll call this a local celebrity for sure. Wanda Johnson. Wanda Johnson is celebrating her 97th birthday on Saturday.
Oh, fantastic.
So happy birthday, Wanda Johnson. Tomorrow she'll be 97 years young. Wow, way to go. Here's music from Neil Diamond.
Where it began, I can't begin to knowing, but then I know it's growing strong. Wasn't the spring, and spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along? Touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined at the night, and it don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with only two. And when I hurt, hurting runs off my shoulders. How can I hurt when holding you? Touching warm, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined
Linton deals are at Gary's Superfoods in Broken Bow. Frozen Alaskan pollock fish fillets are just $2.99 a pound. And pick up fresh asparagus for only $1.99 a pound. Pints of strawberries or blueberries are 2 for $5. Gordon's breaded or battered fish packages are marked at $6.99. Quick frozen catfish fillets are $8.99 a pound. 2-count packages of Hot Pockets are 2 for $5. Gary's Superfoods, South B Street in Broken Bow.
More time has been added to the winter clearance clock. There's still time to save at Beau Bootery on the square. Save 40% off winter merchandise like shoes, fashion boots, bear paws, snow boots for women and children, slippers, tights, leggings, and even socks. There's still winter weather left. Buy and use today or store for next winter. Either way, come and save with us at Beau Bootery, your home-owned shoe store in Broken Bow.
8:36. It is time to talk about the performance at the Super Bowl, as promoted at the beginning of our show. The FCC gets complaints for Rihanna's Super Bowl halftime show. There's a flag on Rihanna's Super Bowl halftime show. There's word that complaints have been pouring into the FCC, calling her performance too sexy for TV.
Okay.
And some viewers say it's as far as porn.
Oh. Like I said, honestly, I saw the beginning of it. She was like suspended in air or something.
That was the impressive part.
Yeah, and then that's all I saw. I did not watch the halftime.
Others whined.
Just wasn't interested in it.
Yeah, I thought, hey, she's pretty gutsy to be up on that platform that high. Then as it started unfolding, it was like going, she's got a rash. She's got some itchies. Anyway, others whined about overly sexual dancing and offensive gestures.
I see.
All told about, and this is funny as you say, it makes the news when you really think about it, all told about 100 complaints were filed with the FCC. While millions of people watch the Super Bowl, they've had 100 complaints with the FCC.
Huh.
Now, having to work with the FCC, I will admit that they're not always easy to communicate with.
Sure.
But 100 is what they were talking about. But that's nothing compared to Janet Jackson's wardrobe malfunction.
And I didn't see that either.
Well,
that was another halftime show that I didn't have any interest in. So I just didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it. Well, it generated more than 500,000 complaints.
Yeah, that was a huge story afterwards.
But what is if you think about this, but let's break it down.
Okay.
So if Janet Jackson was really telling the truth, it was a wardrobe malfunction.
Okay.
500,000 complaints because she had an accident and showed parts of her body you normally wouldn't see during a Super Bowl halftime show. This lady, Rihanna, because of her rash and itchiness, was really squirming around and doing some, and you get 100 complaints. And all kidding aside, Rihanna knew what she was doing. They knew how they choreographed the dancing. They knew it was what it was going to be on the edge, I would think, unless they live in a bubble and don't realize there's regular people out there who don't really want to see people that looking like Martians jerking and herking around. But anyway, so we have somebody that says it was an accident, got 1 million complaints, and today we have somebody that purposely choreographed the show just like it was and got 100 complaints. I don't know what that means. Does that mean times have changed and people are just more accepting? Or, what's the difference? One according to one was an accident, the other one was on purpose and got less complaints than the one who had an accident, if it was an accident. And I can't imagine.
I've got the solution.
Well, spit it out.
Do away with the halftime show.
Amen.
I mean, make it a regular halftime. Let's cut this thing down to the time that halftime is supposed to be. Just go to the studio, let the guys talk about halftime, go back and play the second half.
That's a nice thought. It's just never going to happen,
Probably
but it's
not.
a nice thought. Or during the halftime show, have, analysis of the actual game rather than just about 30 seconds before and, after the halftime and 30 seconds before they go into the second half, and actually talk about the football game. But on the other hand, they talk about the football game for like 3 days before it happens.
Yeah.
So.
But, yeah, I mean, a concert at halftime of the Super Bowl, I don't know how other people, I don't need it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to say I haven't enjoyed some of them.
I'll agree with that.
U2, I liked. Bruce Springsteen, I loved when he came out, performed at halftime.
Tom Petty.
Yeah. But, there's probably plenty of people that say, well, you know what, I'm not a Tom Petty fan, so I didn't really like that.
Right.
Not a you. So, guess what? Just don't have it. Just have a regular halftime.
Yeah, that's a good thought, Brent. I'm with you, but it's all about the money, my friend.
I guess.
And now Rihanna.
Well, there you go. The game of the Super Bowl has become secondary to the production of the Super Bowl. Would you agree with that?
Oh,
I mean, the
yeah.
Super Bowl has become a production.
100%.
Big time.
Yeah, when you have the money it took and the time it took to be able to drop these people, this singer, on a platform out of the sky because they wanted to make, a very impressive production out of it, there's your proof right there. I mean, she could have walked out and sang a song.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
but I hope she does get that rash taken care of, and so she won't be so itchy and scratchy. But I would think somebody with that much money would be able to afford a dermatologist.
That's why my favorite, there's one bowl game, and I don't care who's playing in it, college football, that I never miss. That's the Rose Bowl. I've always appreciated, because you know what the Rose Bowl halftime show is?
A marching band?
The two bands.
Yeah.
The marching bands of the two schools participating in the Rose Bowl. That's the halftime. I love it. Love it.
That's tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we've covered that.
Okay. Moving right
along. I cannot believe we don't have Bad to the Bone in the playlist here from George Thorogood, who's celebrating his birthday today. We'll have to add that in. There's a couple others, too, that should probably be in there. I've got like 6 or 8 in there. Some of it, well, I guess Rock and Roll Christmas is one of them. If You Don't Start Drinking, Drop Down Mama, You Don't Know Me, You Don't Love Me. Tail Dragger is one of my personal favorites.
I like Get a Haircut.
Yeah, well, let's do that one then. Here we go.
I was a rebel from the day I left school. Grew my hair long and broke all the rules. I'd sit and listen to my records all day, with big ambitions of when I could play. My parents taught me what life was about, so I grew up the type they warned me about. They said my friends were just an unruly mob, and I should just get a haircut and get a real job. Get a haircut and get a real job. Clean your act up and don't be a slob. Get it together like your big brother Bob. Why don't you get a haircut and get a real job? I even tried that 9-to-5 scene. I told myself that it was all a bad dream. I found a band and some good songs to play. Now I party all night, I sleep all day. I met this chick, she was my #1 fan. She took me home to meet her mommy and dad. They took one look at me and said, oh my God, get a haircut and get a real job. Get a haircut and get a real job. Clean your act up and don't be a slob. Get it together like your big brother Bob. Why don't you get a haircut and get a real job? Get a real job. Why don't you get a real job? Get a real job. Why don't you get a real job? time with my rock and roll band. The future's brighter now than I'd ever planned. I'm 10 times richer than my big brother Bob, but he's got a haircut and he's got a real job. Get a haircut and get a real job. Clean your act up and don't be a slob. Get it together like your big brother Bob. Why don't you get a haircut and get a real job? Get a real job. Why don't you get a real job? Get a real job. Why don't you get a
Mason Angus and Sim Angus invite all cattlemen to Central Nebraska's premier bull and heifer sale Saturday, the 4th of March at 1 p.m. at the Broken Bow Livestock Barn. Don't miss out on your biggest opportunity of the year to get one of their industry leaders into your herd. Whether you have a small herd or a larger one, their bulls will make the difference. Their heifers are sure to add value to your cow herd. For more information, go to MasonAngusSimAngus.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or call 308-643-9403.
Ansley Lumber and Supply is locally owned and operated and proud to be your full-service lumber yard. From premium lumber and top-quality building materials to paint, tools, and ag supplies. When you drop by Ansley Lumber, their crew is prepared to help you with your project. From the materials for building a house to the accessories and pieces needed to make it a home. Ansley Lumber and Supply, Main Street, Ansley, or call 308-935-1815.
Brett and Dave with you here on The Breakfast Show, 10 minutes before the hour. As we look at our worksheet here this morning, we have a little work to do to inform you about some wonderful job opportunities out there. And I'd like to talk a little bit about KC Trucking. Now, this is also listed on the Express page, Sandhill Express employment page. They're looking for a welder and a fabricator to join their team. You would be working in their shop Monday through Friday. Good benefits are available. If welding and fabricating is your bread and butter, call 870-3563 and talk to Mitch. Leave him a message. If he doesn't answer, he'll call you back. Call the number again, 870-3563. 870-3563 to talk to Mitch about this welding and fabricating opportunity with KC Trucking.
Another job opportunity for you. The Custer County Ag Society has an open position for a ground supervisor. This includes semi-skilled manual labor while providing basic maintenance functions in the operation and upkeep of the Custer County Fairgrounds facilities. Duties are performed under the general supervision of the Custer County Ag Society. Strategic planning for the facility maintenance and repairs of the Custer County Fairgrounds is expected. For more information, you can log on to sandhillsexpress.com, take a look at the full posting on the Sandhills Express employment page, or you can contact Michelle at 308-870-2493. You can send your resume to the Ag Society at P.O. Box 142, Broken Bow, Nebraska, or you can email Custer County NE Fairgrounds at gmail.com.
Boy, I don't know about you, but my coffee is cold. I just wonder if Christy would be nice enough just to bring the pot in and pour us a little coffee.
Oh, okay. Good luck with that.
I mean, she
scolded Jeremy and I. I think it was mostly me.
Why?
Well, I had, I don't know who brought them out, but somebody brought out some cookies that were in a container, and I ate I think it was me. Now, I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if I ate the last one or not. But anyway, somebody ate the last cookie and didn't throw the empty container away.
All right. It was just a little wrapping? Or?
Yeah, just one of those little plastic containers,
Mm-hmm.
Like you get at the store. You'll see cookies in the 8 or so cookies in that plastic container. Well, somebody ate the last cookie, left the container out, didn't throw it away. And, oh, man, got scolded.
Wow. Well, maybe we could find out a little bit.
So I say that to basically say I don't see her coming in to fill your coffee cup. I don't think it's happening.
Well, I'm wondering, it's Friday. She should be in good spirits. Lots of ball games to sell, and a good month we've had, and she'll probably have the weekend ahead with her handsome husband. Why wouldn't she be in a good mood?
Well, good luck. I think I know what her response is going to be. She's going to say she's not your mom.
Hey, Christy.
Yes.
How are you doing?
That was a nice hello.
Great.
Are you getting some things done, having fun at your workplace?
Yeah, our workplace is fun, Dave.
Oh,
that's great.
That's good.
Especially in the mornings, because that's Shannon and I's time, while you're on the breakfast show. So.
Yeah, we could talk about that another time. Brett and I's coffee is very cold, and
mine's empty,
and his is empty, and we have a lot of live reads to do for your clients.
Oh, that's too bad.
And I was wondering if you'd be kind enough just to bring the pot in and just warm our cups up a little bit with your warm personality and coffee.
Well, I would love to, but the coffee pot is empty. I drank it all.
We'll make some more.
Could you make some more?
Kristen is, but it's still just processing.
All right. Now, another question while I have you here. Brett got his feelers hurt just a little bit.
No.
On a cookie situation?
He didn't fess up that it was him.
Well, I'm not 100% sure it was. But we got scolded. Whoever did it got scolded.
It was just a reminder that when you eat the last cookie, do not leave the package on the counter. You can throw the package away.
Okay.
But maybe that package, it was plastic. It could have been used for something else.
Oh,
maybe
really?
Maybe you didn't want it thrown away.
You guys are so good at recycling around here.
Well, we recycle.
I think we're pretty good at recycling around
That's not
here.
what was the thought process for that one.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll expect that coffee in a little bit.
No, sorry.
Could you please bring us some coffee?
Dave, no, I don't do coffee.
Yikes. Now wait a minute. Ask her this. I'm not saying we're going to do this, okay? But if somebody were to say, "Hey, I will buy donuts or I will buy coffee somewhere else," I bet she would run downtown and pick it up.
Yeah.
What do you think? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks, Christy.
Goodbye.
Bye. There's John Prine.
I ain't got nobody hanging around my doorstep. Ain't got no loose change, just a hanging around my jeans. If you see somebody, would you send them over my way? I could use some help here with a can of pork and beans. I once had a family, but they up and left me with nothing but an 8-track, another side of George Jones. I was in high cotton, just a banging on my 6-string, a kicking at the trash can, walking skin and bone. I could see your back porch if I close my eyes now. I can hear the train tracks through the laundry on the line. I'm thinking it's your business, but you don't got the answer. I'm knocking on your screen door in the summertime. climbing on the trees now. I'm swinging in the breeze now. I'm hanging on the vine. I'm dreaming about a sailboat. I don't need a fur coat. Underneath the dashboard, got some sweet potato wine. I can see your back porch if I close my eyes now. I can hear the train track through the laundry on the line. I'm thinking it's your business, but you don't got the answer. I'm knocking on your screen door in the summertime. I'm knocking on your screen door in the summertime.
The Callaway Good Life Center offers a facility with the comforts of home. Services include skilled nursing care, long-term care, respite care, and more. Callaway Good Life Center is a great place to work, offering competitive wages. Call 836-2267 for more information.
Team Physical Therapy. We are your complete physical therapy stop from babies to the elder, from sports injuries to joint replacements, from dry needling to manual techniques. We have it all for you. 872-5111. We offer physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy. Or check out any of our locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Gothenburg, Kearney, or Callaway. Call for your complete physical therapy needs and to a healthier 2023. Team Physical Therapy. 872-5111.
All right. 8:57. We got a little time before news. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we got a couple more live reads for you, and then news time, and then more fun the rest of the show.
We've got spirit, yes we do. We've got spirit, how about you? Here at Nebraska State Bank, we've got school spirit. Introducing mascot debit cards from Nebraska State Bank. Now you can go to your local NSB branch and request a new debit card for your favorite high school team. The Broken Bow Indians, South Loop Bobcats, and Silmar debit cards are available by instant issue. You'll only pay $10, and the entire amount will be passed along to your school. It's a win-win situation, right? Take your school pride to the next level at Nebraska State Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
The list of songs about love is a long one.
Girl, I've always loved you.
Girl, you ain't been loved till you've been loved by a country boy.
Loving
At KCNI KBBN, we love shopping local. Make sure you're listening to The Breakfast Show. Every single day, a new $25 gift card will be given away.
Coming up on March 11th is the Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce's gathering, annual gathering that they have to pass out some awards and get together and celebrate the past year and look forward to the new year. And save this date, March 11th, 2023. It's titled Glitz, Glam, and Gatsby Roaring 20s, the Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce Annual Banquet. Tickets are now available. You can reserve your tickets right now. And this will be at the One Box Convention Center. And milestone anniversaries will be awarded. Silent auction, Newcomers Award, meal by Country Catering, and a comedian will be a part of the entertainment. And you can put on that flapper dress or dress up as your favorite gangster. The doors open at 5 o'clock. Call the chamber office at 872-5691, 872-5691. You have till March 3rd to make your purchase, so stop in soon, give them a call, and reserve your tickets.
All right. Livia's Boutique, been a great store in Main Street, Ansley, but the store is closing. And so as they prepare for that, they have some great specials and deals going on right now at Livia's. And currently they have 40% off their jeans. 40% off jeans. This is jeans only. Name brands for men, women, and children's. For online checkout, use code JEANS40. Or just stop into the store and take advantage of that special. Also, they're taking 50% off their greeting cards right now and 60% off everything else in the store. This is in-store and online. Again, jeans are 40% off. 40%. Still a great deal.
That's a good
take
deal.
40% off jeans. So, again, name brands for men, women, and children. That's at Livia's Boutique. You'll find them Main Street, Ansley. They remind you they are closed on Mondays and encourage you to follow them on Facebook as they continue to move inventory, stay up to date with new reductions and store hours. Livia's Boutique, Main Street, Ansley.
News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. 1 year ago today, Russia invaded Ukraine. President Zelensky spoke in Kyiv. The BBC's Steve Rosenberg is in Moscow. He says about 2/3 of Russians there back the war.
The propaganda in the state media here is so powerful and is telling Russians from morning till night that this is a just war.
Consumer prices jumped from December to January, and spending was up 1.8%. CBS's Jill Schlesinger.
The new report puts the Fed on track to raise interest rates again when it meets in March, at least by 1/4 of a percentage point and perhaps by 1/2 of a percentage point.
There's a rare blizzard warning in Southern California today. This woman lives in LA County.
My mother told me, get out and do all your errands early because Friday and Saturday, the weather is going to be terrible.
More than 735,000 customers still have no power after this week's icy weather in Michigan and Illinois. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In the NBA, the second half of the season now underway. The Celtics beat the Pacers on the road 142-138 in overtime. Boston now a league best 43-17. Jason Tatum 31 points. Nuggets over the Cavaliers in Cleveland 115-109. Denver's Nikola Jokic another triple-double, 24 points, 18 rebounds, 13 assists. Denver best in the West at 42-18. 76ers beat the Grizzlies 110-105. It was the Mavericks over the Spurs 142-116, and the Lakers beat the Warriors 124-111. Top 25 college basketball. Illinois with the upset of the night, beating number 21 Northwestern 66-62. Fourth-ranked UCLA won at Utah 78-71. 12th-ranked Gonzaga took down San Diego 97-72. And number 15 St. Mary's rolled over Pacific 83-52. In the NHL, another win for the Bruins, who beat the Kraken on the road 6-5. Devils get by the Kings 4-3 in overtime. Oilers all over the Penguins 7-2.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, a wind chill advisory in effect early on. We'll see some partial sunshine developing with highs into the upper teens. Wind chills in the teens below 0 to start the day. Then for tonight, mostly clear, a low of 7. For your Saturday, ample sunshine, warming up to a high of 44 degrees. And for Sunday, a slight chance for an afternoon shower developing in the upper 40s. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
News and weather was brought to you today by Custer Electric and Irrigation in Broken Bow. Custer Electric and Irrigation, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer, has the offerings you're looking for this winter to prepare for next year. As you know, every season brings new focuses. Here are theirs right now. Specials on driveline conversions, sprinkler packages, and winter maintenance specials, to name a few. If you've worked with Custer Electric and Irrigation in the past, you know that they want to get you taken care of the right way at the best price possible. They encourage you to get the work you need done scheduled as soon as possible because prices are rapidly increasing for a lot of supplies. Plus, that schedule book can only get so full. Don't forget licensed electrical work you might need done too on ag, commercial, and residential applications. Ask for a free quote. Custer Electric and Irrigation, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer in Broken Bow, serving the whole area with electrical, agricultural, and commercial services. Call today at 872-7786. Follow them on Facebook or visit custerei.com. Custer Electric and Irrigation. Experience the difference.
9:05 under a cloudy sky. We have 1 degree below 0 currently. That puts your wind chill at about a -9 with winds out of the northeast 5 and 6, 7 miles per hour. We did pick up 1/100th of an inch precipitation from a light covering of snow overnight. Good to have you along. Brent and Dave with you here on the Breakfast Show. I thought maybe when I went and got the current conditions that Christy may have been in to warm up our cups, but still no coffee, huh?
I think it was still percolating.
Still perking?
Yeah.
Is that the story?
That's the story I'm getting anyway.
You know, I'm getting a little uptight about this. I might have to go out and blow off some steam.
Oh, yeah?
Let me think where I could do that. Sylvester's in Broken Bow.
Oh, there you go.
No cover charge tonight, folks.
I bet Freddie would come by and fill up your cup of coffee if you were there enjoying the music tonight.
Oh, yes, he would. They'd probably have a cup of coffee right now there. They have a coffee group that comes in and has a cup of coffee every morning or two. But tonight, coffee or whatever you want, whatever spirit you like. They're bringing in a live band, 9 to 1. The Innocents is coming to town. So it's Friday night. Awaken your senses, because we're all a little dull right now with winter. So here's your chance. Grab your friends and head out to Sylvester's. The Innocents has shared the stage with the likes of Boston, Cheap Trick, Foreigner, Kansas, and Winona Judd, to name a few. So they'll impress you. They'll play a little bit of everything. You won't be disappointed at Sylvester's in Broken Bow, at the quiet little place that rocks.
There you go. Here's another job opportunity for you. Nebraska Department of Transportation posting the need for a highway maintenance worker in Ansley and Broken Bow. Now, there is a $2,500 hiring bonus with this position right now. They're seeking dedicated and hardworking team players that are willing and able to operate a snowplow. Training and career development provided, advancement opportunities, ample paid time off, work-life balance, and a strong comprehensive benefits package. To apply, you need to go to this website. Go to statejobs.nebraska.gov. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer.
All right. Thank you very much, Brent. I want to talk a little bit about our friends at the Whiskey Barrel out on East Highway 2 in Broken Bow, right next to, right across the street from Gateway Motors. And I do understand there have been some sightings of a man lingering around, hanging around, loitering, if you will, just waiting for some fresh popcorn. Yeah, he actually is the CEO, main guy over at Gateway Motors, located right across the street. So he's been just slipping over there on his coffee breaks and begging for popcorn.
I see.
Anyway, the Whiskey Barrel is a place where you stop in, and oftentimes you loiter just a little bit to have a conversation and have a nice visit with the employees there. And by the way, you'll see a new face or two in there. Stan's got some new help. Very nice. And by the way, also, just remember, Stan is the man. If you have a question, he can answer it. But he is asking for a little reverse input. He says he's getting drained over the years. People just come in and ask him, like he's Mr. Google or something. He's not a Google app. He's a human being, and he just wants you to know that.
Yeah.
So he could use some information from you once in a while, as long as it's factual and true. His always is. Anyway, they have a lot of fun there. It's a good place, and the prices are fair. Whatever your choice of spirits, whether it be their beer selection, which is always cold and ready to grab and go. They also have pops and different things, sodas, specialty drinks. They have all kinds of drinks these days, pops that you can get to give you energy, hype you up, make you run around in circles. Yeah, I've got all of that. Plus just regular spirits. If you want to have a non-alcoholic bubbly, they have those for special occasions. If you are looking for something they don't have, they'll try to find it for you. At the Whiskey Barrel in Broken Bow, open 7 days a week.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah, Brent. What is it?
Roxanne.
Roxanne.
There you go. Roxanne is a board-certified hearing instrument specialist with over 30 years of experience. You'll find Roxanne at the Nebraska Land Hearing Center, which is right here in Broken Bow, offering some great discounts just for buying local and just for supporting local. So give her a call to find out about those specials going on, 308-384-3852. She also wants you to know that she now accepts CARE credit cards. This enables you to finance hearing aids for over a period of time with lower payments. So ask Roxanne about the CARE credit cards. No need to go outside of the area to get your hearing checked, because Roxanne sells the top technology available in the world right here. So make an appointment today. Call 308-384-3852. The Nebraska Land Hearing Center. You'll find them downtown Broken Bow. Their office is located in the Broken Bow Chamber Building.
Here's Delbert McClinton. Ain't That Lovin' You?
crawl home to you. Ain't that loving you, baby? Ain't that loving you, baby? Ain't that loving you, baby? But you don't even know my name. Now they may kill me, baby, hate me just like they do. Well, my body might lie, but my spirit gonna run. Come home to you. Ain't that loving you, baby? Ain't that loving you, baby? Ain't that loving you, baby? But you don't even know my name.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Tara, quote, "My doctor wanted me to do saline rinses for my allergies, but I've never been able to successfully use a neti pot. Navage uses suction power, so it's foolproof. There are nights when I'll have particularly bothersome allergies. I'll bust it out, and the results are immediate. It's such a relief. It's become a lifesaver," unquote. She's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Dave and Brent.
You two guys.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna be. Are you gonna give your love to me? I wanna love you night and day. You know my love will not fade away. Oh, well, you know my love will not fade away. My love is bigger than a Cadillac. I try to show it when you're driving me back. Your love for me got to be real, for you to know just how I feel. A love for real, not fade away. Gonna be, are you gonna give your love to me? A love to last more than one day. A love is love and not fade away. A love is love and not fade away.
Buddy Holly, not fade away, with that Bo Diddley beat there for you this morning on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Another great job opportunity that we'd like to present to you at this time. Insurance of the Heartland in Ansley has a new position open for an insurance agent focusing on personal and commercial clients, including sales and servicing of auto, home, farm, health, and life insurance accounts. You would be responsible to develop leads, schedule appointments, identify customers' needs, and work with the agency principal to establish and meet sales goals. Use a customer-focused need-basis process and review to educate customers about various insurance options and more. As an agent, you will receive base salary plus bonuses, 100% employee group health insurance paid, vested pension plan, growth potential opportunity for advancement in the agency itself. You do need to have at least a GED or high school diploma. College degree would be excellent. Sales experience naturally would be also beneficial. The ability to obtain a Nebraska property, casualty, and life health producer's license within 3 months of employment would also be necessary. And you must have a successful track record of meeting sales goals and quotas preferred. Excellent interpersonal skills and must be people-oriented. If you have these skills, apply. Send your resume to service@INS-Heartland or fax 308-935-1524 or drop off your resume at the office on Main Street in Ansley at 615 Main Street. For additional details about this position, you can talk to Brian at the office at 308-935-1537, 308-935-1537, and stop by and see him and talk to him. Good job opening there.
Yeah. You know what my wife did for me the other day?
Whatever it was, it probably wasn't necessary.
No, it wasn't. She bought me lunch.
Well, that's nice.
You know where
Shelley.
she went?
Someplace nice.
The Pizza Hut.
Well, the restaurant's open now.
Yeah, got me a pizza melt. Like those.
Yeah.
4 flavors of those. You can get them too. Chicken, bacon, Parmesan, meat lovers. I think that's what I had, the meat lovers. Buffalo chicken or pepperoni lovers. Try them if you haven't already. The pizza melts at the Pizza Hut here in Broken Bow. The Big New Yorker, I think, is back too right now. So check it out at the Pizza Hut in Broken Bow. Don't forget about their delicious pasta lines, including cheesy Alfredo sauce, chicken Alfredo, red sauce with Italian meat, or veggie sauce, also an option. Pasta dishes come with breadsticks, cheesy bread, or garlic bread. You can dine in now at the Pizza Hut. Dining room is open 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday through Thursday, Friday and Saturday till 11. And if you want to join their team, I think they're still looking for some good help, so contact Ladarius, the general manager at the Pizza Hut in Broken Bow.
Thank you, Brent. We talk about it about every day, and we're going to continue to do so because there are community members here that have band together, a handful of good citizens who want to make sure there's a resource for people out there who are struggling with mental health, whether it be someone you know, someone in your family, someone you work with, someone you go to church with, or it's actually you. There's a source out there that can help you reach the mental health providers here in Custer County. The website is mhpcc.org, mhpcc.org. This time of year is tough anyway, but anytime life's ups and downs get the best of someone or you, there are things that you can do to mitigate the damage done there. No mental health conditions can be cured, but they can be treated. So here's your resource, mhpcc.org, mhpcc.org. Still no coffee, my friend.
No. I'm not holding my breath. Good luck. We're going to have to go get it ourselves, I'm telling you.
Yeah, Kristen?
Yes?
Oh.
It's Dave and Brent. Have you talked to Christy? Is she bringing coffee in? I thought she said she promised to bring it in.
I don't know about that, Dave.
You don't know about that?
Just ask Kristen to bring it in. Take advantage of her kindness. She'll do it.
Kindness, huh?
Yeah.
I hate to take advantage of your kindness when Christy's being so brutal.
Oh, I don't know.
Are you trying to stay out of this?
Yep.
Okay, talk to you later.
All right, bye. Dave.
I'm gonna cry. Bye-bye, love. Bye-bye, sweet caress. Hello, emptiness. I feel like I could die. Bye-bye, my love, goodbye. There goes my baby with someone new. She sure looks happy, I sure am blue. She was my baby till he stepped in. Goodbye to romance, that might have been. Bye-bye, love. Bye-bye, happiness. Hello, loneliness. I think I'm gonna cry. Bye-bye, love. Bye-bye, sweet caress. Hello, emptiness. I feel like I could die. Bye-bye, my love, goodbye. I'm through with romance. I'm through with love. I'm through with counting the stars above. And here's the reason that I'm so free. My loving baby is through with me. Bye-bye, love. Bye-bye, happiness. Hello, loneliness. I think I'm gonna cry. Bye-bye, love. Bye-bye, sweet caress. Hello, emptiness. I feel like I could die. Bye-bye, my love, goodbye. Bye-bye, my love, goodbye. Bye-bye, my love, goodbye.
A classic from the Everly Brothers, Bye Bye Love. What a sound. Harmonies. Oh my gosh, this just in, ladies and gentlemen, hot into the Breakfast Show studio where we have no fibs, just facts. Canadian super pigs.
Super pigs
are invading the United States of America.
Okay.
As if Chinese balloons weren't enough to worry about, we're now being invaded by Canadian super pigs.
What is a super pig? Can I ask?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
They're very intelligent, massive, and so immune to the cold they can elude predators by burrowing under the snow for hours.
Huh.
They were bred back in the 1980s during the big hair era, you know, back during that period of time. Back in the 80s by pork farmers in Saskatchewan, but they escaped captivity and have become invasive and eating everything in sight. And now heading for the border of the United States of America, Canadian super pigs. That just in to our newsroom. No fib, just fact.
Wow. Canadian super pig.
I wonder how big they are.
I don't know. Huh.
They can get under the snow and live there for quite a while.
So they're just migrating this direction on their own?
They're trying to get to Arkansas.
Oh, home of the Razorbacks.
Yeah. They got a ways to go, but they're going to mess up things on the way.
They probably enjoy that chant, "Woo Pig Suey."
They just might.
At Arkansas. Probably where they're headed.
They want to get down there in the woods of Arkansas, but they got a long ways to go. They're coming out of Canada into the United States, coming across the border.
Yeah.
We could build a wall.
Well, yeah. I don't know if they burrow, though. They just go underneath.
Might go under it.
Dig underneath it.
Man, like we don't have enough troubles.
Wow. The super pig.
Ghastly. All right, we're going to be giving away a $25 gift card to the Tumbleweed before we close the show.
Oh, am I eligible?
No.
Okay.
I think I'd go in and buy $25 worth of bacon.
They've got
Speaking of
great
pork.
bacon.
Yeah.
They've got good bacon.
Would you want to say Canadian bacon? No.
Yeah.
That would be unpatriotic. Wow. Anyway, Carmen will take care of you.
Yes.
And the whole crew at the Tumbleweed. What a great group and a great place to eat. I especially like their dessert, which would be ice cream with chocolate on it.
Yeah, that's your go-to, huh?
Maybe if you're a pie person, just throw along a slice of pie with that.
Yeah.
Do you like pie a la mode?
Oh, yes.
Do you? Really?
Oh, yeah. Ice cream on pie makes it better for me. Yeah.
I imagine those super pigs from Canada would slurp that right up.
Probably.
There's nothing that isn't in the way. The pigs will eat anything in their way. I don't want to get dramatic here, but super pig sounds a little scary to me.
A little bit.
What happened then? Let's just take this another step.
Oh, good. Let's do that.
What would happen if the super pig from Canada made its way into Nebraska?
I don't know.
By the way, Kristen, thanks so much for the coffee. You are a sweetheart. And it's really good. It's fresh cooked.
Yeah, good.
So let's just say I walked out, you walked out, we walked out to do a remote to go downtown.
Okay.
We got to the car, and all of a sudden we heard and we looked around, and there's this huge super pig with teeth ready to devour us before we go do the remote.
That'd be scary.
And then,
I would run the other way.
And then we would
Yes?
Christy, you didn't bring any coffee, number one. Number two, I have a question for you.
What is that?
If there was a super pig out in the parking lot and it was going to devour Brent and Dave before we went to do a remote broadcast, a super pig out of Canada, massive, with teeth, was going to eat us like a piece of pie, and we hollered to you on our telephone and said, Christy, please come and help us. Can you get in the car and scare this pig away?
Oh, I would do that.
Oh.
I would get in the car and scare the pig away, but I wouldn't go out there without, knowing I was in danger. I would make sure it's safe first.
But you would, but you're admitting you would come to our rescue.
I think so.
Oh.
I'm not that evil.
Okay.
She thinks so, but she's not sure.
I would monitor the situation.
Monitor the situation.
Yeah, well, maybe you look out and there's one leg missing off of Brent. Would that bother you at all?
Or I would definitely call the ambulance.
Do you call it? Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, my.
Man. Boy, the topics of today's show. Rihanna's Super Bowl halftime performance.
Got the rash.
Super pigs.
From Canada.
Whew.
Oh, man.
Asked a girl what she wanted to be. She said, baby, can't you see? I want to be famous, a star on the screen. But you can do something in between. Baby, you can drive my car. Yes, I'm gonna be a star. Baby, you can drive my car. And
Every day brings a new gift card to win. It's officially that time right now.
All right, if you can call us and tell us a story on the air about invasive hogs or pigs from Canada or any other country, you will win yourself a $25 gift card to the Tumbleweed so that you can have some bacon while you're there.
Huh?
And we have
someone's actually calling. Oh, I can't wait to hear their story.
Well, let's find out who we have on the air this morning. Who are we talking to?
Karen Myers.
Karen Myers. How you doing, Karen?
I'm okay. How are you?
We're fine. I want to ask you a question before we talk about pigs, super pigs.
Yeah.
Does that bother you that there's this thing going on about, and I might have asked you this before, but, Karen being a bad thing? The name Karen.
You just have to ignore it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't blame you. I would, too. I think you're nice, Karen. I don't know what anybody even think. I have a cousin, Karen. My wife's real name's Karen. You're Karen.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with Karen.
It's just the way it is. I just have to ignore it. Whole thing.
Yeah. It's good advice on your part. So, what do you think about this super pig thing from Canada, Karen? What do you think?
I don't know. Sounds a little crazy to me.
Well, what do you think we need to tour them? Do we need what type of firearm do we need, or do we want to spear them like Lord of the Flies? And,
oh, that'd be kind of nice. Yeah.
So have you ever seen a super pig?
No, I don't think I have. I've not been to Canada, only once a long time ago.
Huh.
Yeah. Would you like to try some super pig bacon?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I'll just eat regular pig bacon.
There you go. You can get that at the Tumbleweed.
And I can get it at Tumbleweed, that's right.
And now you have a $25 gift card, so you can take that in and eat anything you want.
Yeah, that would be great. I love eating there.
All right, I know you do, and we always enjoy your company. Call us anytime, and if you find out any more about those super pigs, would you please let us know?
I will, yes.
Okay. We'll write your name down.
Right.
I know where you live.
Yes, okay. Thank you, Dave.
Oh, I love our audience, don't you?
Yeah, that's great. Thanks, Karen, for calling in. Congratulations. $25 gift card to the Tumbleweed.
And I was corrected by Christy yesterday, I think only once, because I didn't go to her cubicle very often. Although I did have a question about Moses yesterday that we discussed.
Oh.
Hebrew thing. But anyway.
Yes.
Help me, Brent.
I don't know if there is any help for you today. Hey, one more thing to remind you about. We all know it's important to be insured, whether it's your home, your family, your possessions. But if you're in business, you want to make sure you're insured properly there, too. Ask Universal Insurance in Broken Bow about getting the right coverage for your business. They have a wide knowledge base and catalog of information to help your business, from HR to OSHA availability to other features that will play a key role in your business success on the insurance side. Talk to Universal Insurance in Broken Bow today. Call 872-6438. You can also visit them at 940 South E Street.
All right, I think I've collected myself now. I think I wanted to talk about being corrected by Christy yesterday. I mentioned that we were winding down on the Love Local promotion.
Oh.
And I was looking, just in my own defense here, I was looking at the calendar provided for February.
Yeah, I think this continues well into March.
All the way through March.
Oh, all the way through. That's awesome.
Yeah. So we're not quite halfway giving away $25 gift certificates, and Shannon told me yesterday that she needs some more checks from us to fill out some more $25 participants, because we do provide the $25 for the gift card as part of our promotion, and she needs some more checks. So we may go into, I don't know, June or July.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
Fantastic.
And I'm sure I'll be told when I get back in the back room there.
You could be.
By the way, Christy does know a lot about Moses.
Well, good.
I don't know if she knows. She knows about a lot about him when he was a baby. When he was in the reeds, in the basket. Okay, you want to close the show now? Or?
Yes, I think we should. Hey, we want to remind you tonight, it's going to be an exciting night. We're going to Alma for you. We're going to cover the SEM girls basketball team as they play in the district final, D16 district championship game for you tonight. The winner goes to the state tournament, which begins next week in Lincoln. So best of luck. SEM Lady Mustangs will be there to cover the game for you. You can listen to it on KBBN, 95.3 FM, KBBN.com. Tip-off for the game is set for 6:30 tonight.
Thank you, Brent. Thank you, folks, for spending your week with us here on The Breakfast Show. We'll be back on Monday morning at 7:30. Join us then if you would, please, and have yourself a great weekend.
Yeah.